thank you for joining me this afternoon. The time is currently 3:29 p.m. Central, and you have a live look at the tornado outbreak of the year starting to get going right now. Right now, we have 13 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect across portions of the United States, and some of them are for golf ball-sized hail, like this one heading up for Great Bend, Kansas. This is going to be an incredibly high-end tornado outbreak. We have a high risk of severe weather. That's a 5 out of 5. It does not get worse than this, all right? This is as bad as it gets here. Luckily, we do have everybody in terms of storm chasers out there today. I mean, we got literally everybody. Corey Gherkin, Connor Croft, Vince Welty. We've got Don Murray. We've got Caleb Beecham, Brandon Kopic, Brad Arnold. I'm sure Vince Welty will be coming out, all right? We have literally everybody you could possibly imagine on this storm today because, again, this is going to be the tornado outbreak of the year. So far, we've already had some tornadoes touch down today, but things are only getting going. The peak time for storms is expected to be around 5, 6, and 7 p.m. this evening, but as you can see, even though we're not at the peak, not even close to it, we already have 10 severe thunderstorm warnings. So whatever the peak is going to be like is something that I don't know if I'm even ready for, but we are going to be on high alert today. Hello, Airborne. We are going to have a massive day of live streaming. Again, a high risk of severe weather. Hello, Mr. Storm. Mr. Storm, can you call and help me cover this? Just let me know. We're going to have a massive day of severe weather. Again, this is going to be the biggest day that this channel has been around for. The most important day this channel has been around for is today. Again, high risk of severe weather, and not only that, but it's driven by a 30% hatch tornado risk. So, Oklahoma, Kansas, you guys are in the worst. This is as bad as it gets. Once again, did not expect a high risk 2BH. Yeah, I didn't either, but some of the models today have honestly popped off insanely. So it doesn't surprise me too much. By the way, new severe thunderstorm warning now for Greenville. This is in South Carolina here. We may have a tornado emergency today. I would not be surprised at all. The models look crazy. They certainly did. And now we've got another severe thunderstorm warning. That bam, bam, bam sound you're going to hear a million times today. That's for your severe thunderstorm warnings. And then the beep is for your tornado warnings. I know, my sound impressions are great. We already have a PDS tornado watch. Yeah, I was about to mention that. We do have a PDS tornado watch already in effect. That's standing for particularly dangerous situation across parts of Oklahoma and Texas, as well as Kansas here. Again, this is a PDS tornado watch, and this is the highest end tornado watch I've ever seen. Another new severe thunderstorm warning, guys. They're just piling on right now. And another one. Again, guys, you're going to hear that alert sound literally every 5 seconds today. We're already up to 14 severe thunderstorm warnings, and again, this isn't even peaked severe weather time, okay? So, anyway, the PDS tornado watch, again, this is a very, oh my goodness, another severe thunderstorm warning. I can't even finish a sentence, guys. But anyway, this is a very, very, very concerning tornado watch. Again, like, probably the worst I've ever seen in terms of live time. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull this up. Again, this is as high end of a tornado watch as you get, pretty much. All right, so we have our tornado watch here. All right, we're going to pull this up on your screen in just a second. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Very concerning. I always forget to turn off my sounds. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Again, this is across parts of northwest Texas, central and western Oklahoma, and south central Kansas. You see that? If you're familiar with the channel, you'll know that tornado watches usually say something like a couple tornadoes possible or a few tornadoes likely. Numerous strong tornadoes expected. Again, that is as high end as it gets. Widespread hail up to softball size likely, and even the scattered gusts up to 75 miles per hour likely is pretty impressive. And this is for 3.4 million people. So guys, this is, again, the biggest severe weather day we're ever going to have on this channel, at least for the next few years. We've got a massive high risk of severe weather. You can't call right now, but it's probably sometime today. All right. There's a gnarly wall cloud in Tennessee. I've not seen that yet. I literally just got home. I was like, I need to go live as soon as I get home. But yeah, this is going to be a huge, huge day for severe weather. So, that being said, if anybody has any questions at all about their location, please leave them down below and I'll try to answer them accurately and honestly. Again, we know that we're not over-exaggerating at this point because we've already had tornadoes today, and we weren't even expected to get tornadoes at all this morning, but we've had some already. We've had multiple already. So there's no stopping it, guys. It's here. And again, guys, we're talking about a massive severe weather event. We're talking about a marginal risk that goes all the way from Montana back into South Carolina. Like, that is almost unheard of. And even the slight risk size is very impressive, going all the way from South Dakota back into, like, Texas and Arkansas. The enhanced risk is very large, all the way from Iowa to Texas. The moderate risk even is pretty large across parts of Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas. Very high-end severe weather risk today, and again, we have millions of people under the highest risk possible for severe weather today. So again, we are going to be, that hurt my ears. We are going to be covering this severe weather so closely today, all right? New severe thunderstorm warning, we're all the way up to 16 already. By the way, our storm in Barton County that is heading for the Great Bend area now does have the tornado possible tag on it, and yeah, that's a pretty concerning velocity couplet there near Pawnee Rock, so I think we're mainly going to focus on this storm right now because this is a very intense one. If you're in Pawnee Rock or Dundee or the southwestern part of Great Bend as well as an Anchorway, make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows immediately and prepare to take shelter because this could honestly go tornadic pretty quickly. Same thing with this one. We have so many discrete supercells out there today, all right? Again, guys, we have never had a high risk of severe weather since I started doing weather videos on this channel. South Dakota had a pretty good spin-up tornado. Yeah, I did know about that. Yeah, that's this one up here. This occurred near Hoover, 18 miles southeast of Hoover. Tornado on the ground for about 5 minutes. Started south of Highway 212 and appeared to cross Highway 212. Tornado lifted on the north side of Highway 212. So, again, you guys, a massive severe weather outbreak is expected today. A massive tornado outbreak is expected today, you guys. It is going to be intense. Right? We're talking about violent tornadoes. There's almost no question about that at this point. Again, guys, this is quite literally as bad as it gets. And, guys, we've already got ourselves a storm that is very dangerously close to producing a tornado near Pawnee Rock. And, again, guys, this is not the first one of the day. The first one of the stream that's gotten that close to being tornadic, but not the first one of the day. And again, guys, we're not even at peak convection time yet. And we're not even in the area where we're expecting to see the peak convection. Again, we're thinking south central Kansas and central Oklahoma are the main threats. E5 possible. I'm not going to say anything like that, obviously, because, you know, we can't pre-rate tornadoes before they even drop. But what I will say is that strong tornadoes are possible. I'm not going to go too specific into the EF ratings, but I will say strong, violent tornadoes are possible. By the way, we also have blizzard warnings up in Montana, guys. Blizzard warnings in May, that is rare. All right, it's not like this is a thing that happens every winter. No, that is rare. All right, blizzard warnings in May are incredibly rare, especially as we go, you know, as the world keeps warming up. But we have a couple of blizzard warnings in effect today in Montana. Yeah. Yeah, not saying it's going to happen, but it is definitely possible. Again, guys, this is the biggest day of severe weather that we have ever covered, and that we're probably ever going to cover for quite a while. Again, we have a massive tornado outbreak underway. No question about it at this point, really. I mean, guys, it is just going to get bad. That's all I'm going to say. Again, there's your velocity couplet southwest of Pawnee Rock right now. It's a pretty impressively rotating supercell. That is not good. We now have golf ball-sized hail reported as well. This was about, 9 minutes ago. We had golf ball-sized hail southwest of Coldwater. By the way, another severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Rooks and Osborne counties in Kansas. That puts us up to 17. And again, guys, this isn't peak convection. This isn't even peak convection. Normally, we don't even get that high at all during any outbreak, but we're there already, and we're not even at peak convection time. And again, you guys, we're talking about severe storms and tornadoes from the Dakotas all the way back over to the Carolinas, because we actually do have a separate mode of storms that's going to be pretty intense down here in the Carolinas today, as well as parts of Georgia, Tennessee. We do have some severe storms out there right now. Oh no, Sulphur, the town hit 2 weeks ago, is in the path again. Yeah. Yeah, they actually issued a local area emergency for the Sulphur, whatever county Sulphur's in. I'm not sure what it is, but the county that Sulphur's in has a local area emergency because they're talking about the areas that already got hit several times getting hit again. And now we're up to 18 severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, guys, this is just crazy. I mean, this is actually just insane. We're going to go ahead and bring up the Tennessee cam here. Oh, that one's kind of blurry. Oh my gosh, another one. Guys, we're up to 19 already. I mean, this is just insane. This is just an incredibly high-end tornado outbreak underway, guys. And again, that is very scary rotation. Again, this will likely receive a tornado warning at some point if it continues to rotate like that. Keyword being if, all right? There are some things we are certain about today in terms of tornadoes, but we're not certain about this. But there's a very good chance that this will get a tornado warning if it continues to rotate. But yeah, I mean, I've said pretty much all that I can say at this point. This is going to be a massive, violent tornado outbreak here across parts of the plains today. An area that has gotten hit extremely hard in the past couple of weeks. And again, today is expected to be bigger than all those events that we've already talked about over the past few weeks in this area. So, you know, it's just sad to see because even though we haven't had any reported deaths yet, that does not necessarily mean that's going to stay the case, guys. Unfortunately, there's a very low chance that we make it out of this with no fatalities. But what we can do is try to prepare everybody to possibly have a chance at preventing it. So, everybody, all right, listen up. If you're in the pink, the red, or even the orange today, you need to be on high alert. Make sure that you have a tornado action plan in place here. Know when the storms are expected to come in your area. Know where you're going to go if they do strike. Because, I mean, this is one of the bigger severe weather outbreaks, again, I've seen in my lifetime. This is going to be big. Even the yellow area, right? That's still a slight risk, all right? That would still be pretty impressive normally. Convection is really starting to get going across western Oklahoma. Yeah, for sure. Like, even the marginal risk, even. Like, guys, we're getting tornadoes in the marginal risk today. So, even in the dark green color, which, by the way, there are about 31 million people included in, you need to be on alert today for severe weather. Near the Texas Panhandle as well. Yeah, this is not good that these storms are already firing off, because these are going to be big problems. I think the Norman NWS said the cap has almost or fully eroded. That is not good. That is really bad, especially whenever you hear it from a source like the National Weather Service itself. New severe thunderstorm warning now for our storm here. This does include the downtown area of Great Bend. This is a pretty serious one. All right, 70 mile per hour damaging wind gusts, golf ball sized hail, and a possible tornado are associated with this storm. If you're in Great Bend, you need to be getting on the lowest floor of a building in an interior room away from windows, because not only are there destructive winds and very large hail with this storm, but again, that is going to get tornado warned most likely. That is a very concerning area of rotation. Again, you need to be in your tornado safe spot here in Great Bend, because this is heading right for you. So again, Great Bend, take cover now. Very dangerous storm approaching you right now. And guys, we just have so many severe thunderstorm warnings with the tornado possible tag on them. Again, we're up to 20 severe thunderstorm warnings already. We started off the stream with 14, and we're all the way up to 20. We've got 6 more in the past 13 minutes. That's one literally every other minute almost. I mean, guys, this is just massive. Again, you guys, this is going to be a huge severe weather event. Why is there a severe thunderstorm warning in Florida? Yeah, even as far south as Florida today, you guys. We're talking about severe weather as far south as Florida. The Tallahassee area is getting hit by a storm right now. Again, this is a very strong and even severe one, capable of producing quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts off to the north of Tallahassee, the metro. So, again, we do have a storm heading for the Woodward area that is very strong. Again, and that has so much potential to grow, guys. It's not even funny. I mean, it's just going to be an insane storm. All of these storms today have a very good chance to become insane. Again, right now, there's your velocity couplet off to the north of Pawnee Rock, Kansas. Again, this is a very dangerous storm. You need to be taking shelter in Great Bend. Again, this is currently warned for 70-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts, golf ball-sized hail, and a possible tornado associated with this storm here. Again, I do not like the look of that velocity couplet, you guys. That is a nasty one right there. Again, very nasty velocity couplet. Very dangerous velocity couplet. Alright, it has broadened up out a little bit, but again, still rotating. And also, again, guys, we're talking about half a degree off the surface. We're talking about 80-mile-per-hour winds. So again, you need to be in your tornado safe spot here in Great Bend. We got another new severe thunderstorm warning. Again, so Great Bend, please get to your tornado safe spots. This is a very dangerous storm, especially the western portion of Great Bend. I think is going to get hit particularly hard, as well as areas to the west of Great Bend. And there we go. There we have it. That is actually not for the storm we just mentioned. That's for this one back here. I was watching it. It was rotating a little bit. And now they went ahead and tornado warned that. So, Lamed, Radium, Stewart, you guys just got hit by this storm up here. Another one is coming, and this one is even more dangerous. So you need to be getting to your tornado safe spot right now. Again, this is heading right for Zook. If you're in Zook, you need to run, not walk, to your safe place. This is a very dangerous, and again, now tornado warned storm. It's about to tap into prime environment for sure. I assume you're talking about the ones in Oklahoma. That is for sure true. Again, guys, this is a massive, massive tornado outbreak that we have going on right now. Again, there's your velocity couplet that this cell is tornado warned for. I should say, there's a pretty decent area of inflow here. And then also, this not only could be rain wrapped, but also even hail wrapped. I mean, just outside of the rotation area, we got massive hail, up to 72 dBz values falling right now. So again, if you are in this tornado warning, you need to be getting to your tornado safe spot right now. Very dangerous storm here. Alright. So again, we're going to continue to cover this here. Again, this is a tornado warning now for the town of Zook, Hamburg, all the way up towards Lamed, or Larned. Sorry, it looked like an M. The hail thing was covering it. Radium, Seward, and Ray. Okay, you need to be running, not walking, to your tornado safe spot. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, this is a tornado warning now. And this is very dangerously close to Zook at the moment. Luckily, Zook is not that populated. It's just a few houses out here, really. And again, guys, it would not surprise me if this cell up here closer to Great Bend did get tornado warned too. And if you're in Great Bend, you need to be in your tornado safe spot, especially on the west side of town. This is rotating pretty impressively north of Dundee, far north of Dundee. And I almost think this area of rotation is more concerning than the one that's actually tornado warned, in my opinion, anyway. I will say these are two different National Weather Service zones, so they may have a different criteria for issuing warnings. That may be why this one isn't tornado warned. But again, Great Bend, I would not risk it. I'd be getting to my tornado safe spot. It's been pretty persistent lately. There's an anticyclonic flow. Yeah, for sure. We've had several anticyclonic tornadoes recently. And I don't know if this was always the case, but our storm near Woodward is now, it does not have the tornado possible tag on it. So again, let's go back to our tornado warning here. So again, you guys, we do have a tornado warning now. It's for a storm heading out towards Larned in Kansas here. You need to be taking shelter again. Run, do not walk to your tornado safe spot. And then again, our storm in Barton County as well, heading up for Great Bend. You should be taking shelter from this one again. Damaging winds to destructive winds, large to very large hail, and a possible tornado are associated with that storm as well. So again, please do be taking shelter there, and especially on the western side of Great Bend, off to the west of Great Bend especially. Areas like Heiser, in between Heiser and Great Bend, really, along Highway 96, need to be looking out, I would say. And again, even without the tornado, very large hail and damaging to destructive winds associated with that. Schools in Oklahoma City are closed. I can understand why. Again, if you're in Oklahoma City, really, like, I would, if at all possible, if your job / school has not already been canceled, I would ask to, if I could leave, because, again, this is as bad as it gets out here. Again, you're in a high risk of severe weather, a PDS tornado watch. Again, you guys, it just doesn't get worse than this, really. In this PDS tornado watch, we have a higher than 95% chance to see a tornado. We have a 90% chance to see a strong, damaging tornado. Again, you guys, this is just crazy. You know it's bad when Waffle Houses are closed? Yeah, there's actually a thing down south called the Waffle House Index. Whenever Waffle House closes, that's not a good sign. That means something bad is coming. Either, a major hurricane or a major severe weather outbreak like this usually is what causes that. They stay open during riots, everything. Again, there's literally, this is a real thing. I'm not making this up. There's a thing called the Waffle House Index out there. I know Storm Chaser who's going to Joplin to get in position. If Joplin gets hit, that would be sad. We have a storm rotating a little bit southeast of Franklin, Tennessee now. Let's take a look at that from Chapel Hill here. Camera is a little blurry though, and I don't even think it's it's not facing the right direction. But I will say, look at that. We definitely have a rotating supercell out here south of Franklin, Tennessee. Once again, guys, we're talking about everywhere in between the Carolinas and the Dakotas. Everywhere in between those areas, you need to be on alert for a potential severe weather threat today, you guys. Again, now this is rotating even better. Hope we don't see El Reno 2.0. Yeah, I know El Reno is trending on Twitter/X. It's just, again, it's not looking good, guys. By the way, we do now have a new tornado watch. This is going to be for portions of northeast Kansas, eastern Nebraska, southwest Iowa, and northwestern Missouri. Let me go and bring the details up for that on your screen right now. Here's your new tornado watch. See this? Again, a couple strong tornadoes possible. That is not, terminology that they use very often. Scattered hail up to 2-inch size likely. Scattered gusts up to 75 miles per hour likely. Over 2.2 million people are included in that. So again, we have a new tornado watch now. Again, that's a decently high-end one. It's not PDS, but if the tornado threat was upgraded at all, it would be. Or if it was any higher, I should say, than it is already, it would be. Looks like I just got a text. I did. Sorry, I'm just responding to a text right now. Again, you guys, this is shaping up to be the biggest tornado outbreak of the year. Again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's just the honest truth here. Again, we had tornadoes this morning, guys. Wonder if they'll make this 45% hatched. I doubt it. I highly doubt that, because the next SPC update doesn't come out until 8 p.m., and by then, things will be starting to wind down a little bit. So, I don't know. I will say, though, we are expected to see some pretty intense severe weather as well tonight once the lower level jet kicks in. New severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued. Again, we are at 17 right now, and that's been a consistent number here, guys. It has not dropped below that very much so far this stream. And we're 25 minutes in already. Good. If you're in this tornado warning right now in Larned, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. Very dangerous storm there. And, again, we got our one near Woodward that does have the tornado possible tag on it. And I'm very concerned about this one because it's going to tap into the best environment that we have out here, you guys. It's not that concerning yet. It's just severe warn. We will see a new warning for that soon once this warning box expires. But it will get stronger most likely. Unfortunately, it will most likely get worse. And wow. Look at that. Again, there's your pocket of rotation off to the north of Zook now. Again, if you're included in this warning, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. That's going to be a thing I'm going to say about every tornado warning today because of how prime this environment is for strong tornadoes. I'm going to say you need to run, not walk to your safe spot. So even though this isn't the most intense tornado warning I've ever seen, it is still rotating pretty good. And again, it has so much of a chance to get stronger, it's not even funny, as it heads for the Ray Radium area. Again, that's in southwest and south central Kansas. So again, you need to be taking your tornado action plan and putting it into place there, along with our storm up there closer to Great Bend. Again, that's honestly rotating pretty impressively. And again, even if that does not drop a tornado, we're talking about winds up to 90 miles per hour now, half a degree off the surface, just off to the west of the Great Bend Metro. So again, you need to be in your tornado safe spot right now. Again, the surface winds will not be that intense. The surface winds will be able to be about 70 miles per hour, though. We do have a new mesoscale now for our severe thunderstorm watch across portions of South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, and Montana. The severe threat continues, but may gradually diminish heading into the evening time hours. That remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. New severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued. That's going to be for... there we go. That's our extension for our one near Woodward. It is still warned for the same stuff. Tornado possible, $half size hail, 60 mile per hour winds. And guys, now we're back up to 20 severe thunderstorm warnings. Maury County, Tennessee. I mean, these storms in Tennessee are really overperforming already. It's pretty clear. And again, that's a pretty concerning velocity couplet north of Bethesda. Again, if you're in that warning, make sure that you are getting indoors. At the very least. Our storm near Taylorsville is producing 67 mile per hour wind gusts estimated by radar, half a degree off the surface. Again, surface winds are only going to be about 60 miles per hour with a storm like that, but still pretty intense winds, so make sure that you are getting indoors there. We actually have a very good look at that from our Columbia cam here. Actually, that's not really facing the right direction. This one would be better from the northeast side of Columbia. We'll be able to watch the storm roll in here from the Fire Station 3. There you go. There's that view right now. Give me just a second. I will do a chat update. James Spann has respect the polygon. Ryan Hull, don't be scared, be prepared. And you have don't run, don't walk to your shelter. That's so true. Is that going to be my thing? That may end up being my thing after today. I do say that sometimes, but only during like intense tornadoes. But again, you guys, every storm in this area today has the chance to produce an intense tornado. So I'm going to be saying that a lot. So again, by the end of the day, that might literally be my catchphrase. Whew. New severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued. We are now up to, we're down to 18, a few expired. That's for, oh, actually, our Barton County, Kansas one got upgraded. Oh, that is the new one. It's for this storm. I know it's kind of confusing because of how much of a mess of polygons there's here. But our new warning is here for the Pawnee Rock area for 2-inch in diameter hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds and a possible tornado. So if you're in Pawnee Rock, you need to be getting to your tornado safe spot. Again, this storm originally was tornado warned. It's looking like they're going to drop that and leave it at a tornado possible tag. But again, it is still rotating pretty decently. And along with that, we have a pretty intense pocket of winds here. A few pockets of pretty intense winds. Again, we're talking about winds half a degree into the atmosphere, sitting at about 66 to 67 miles per hour estimated by radar. So surface winds could potentially be up to 50 miles per hour. Or no, now they could be up to 70 miles per hour. Originally, it was warned for just 50, but the National Weather Service does think this is intensifying. So again, please do be getting to your tornado safe spot in that warning, because again, that storm, even without the tornado, is producing damaging winds and large hail. Damaging winds to destructive winds, I should say. So, again, we do have our Columbia, Tennessee cam up here that is giving us a look at a severe thunderstorm that is currently rolling into the town of Columbia. You can see it's a very ominous look off there into the distance. Just kind of looking at some showers. We can't get a break with the warnings for real. I feel like that's going to be the case all day today. We have a ton of cyclone ports in Tennessee, so that'll help us with our Tennessee event today, but yeah. We don't have too many out in the Great Plains. I mean, we have more than usual, obviously, because of severe weather out here, but you'd think they'd have more. We lost our German Texas one. I'm still mad about that, because, I mean, that was in, like, the perfect spot, but it went down. Like, it lost its statistics, and then eventually they just took it off of Radar Omega because it was broken, I guess. There's a weird special weather statement polygon northeast of O'Neill, Nebraska. 50 to 55 mile per hour winds in nickel-sized hail. If any of those threats, or if either of those threats, I should say, do get upgraded, that will be a severe thunderstorm warning again. That is a weird polygon there. Very weird indeed. But I guess it's kind of a correct one. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning. Again, I know it's kind of confusing with the mess of polygons out here, but we're talking about two different storms, you guys. So after you go through this one, if you're in the track of this, you got another one right behind that, which is even more intense. But our one that just went through Great Bend, no longer warned for the tornado possible tag, but it is still producing golf ball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. If you're in Hoisington, please be getting to your tornado safe spot. Again, very damaging winds, and then also very large hail associated with this storm. The velocities have gone all weird here for some reason. There we go. I guess that's just a different radar site. I don't know why they're so weird out here. It almost looks like I'm looking at the base velocity, but I'm not. Huh. Oh, well. So again, there's your pocket of rotation southeast of Larned now, heading up towards Ray. So again, if you're in Ray, do not walk, run to your tornado safe spot. That cell in Mount Pleasant, Tennessee might be trying to do something. Well, let's find out here. Oh, I spelled Pleasant wrong. I'm stupid. I still spelled it wrong. Jeez. Hey, Davis, when was the last Kyrix day? That was on March 31st, 2023, sorry. Not 2003. The day I got into weather. March 31st, 2023. That was our last high risk. That was a double high risk day. Yeah, the cell north of Mount Pleasant, again, it's rotating a little bit, and then also now, I'm pretty concerned about the hail. The rotation's kind of dying out. It doesn't have quite as much of a defined hook echo anymore. This was not the one that had a hook echo. That was this one, but I will say the hail threat south of Williamsport, man, again, the tornado threat could pick up with that. Still massive hail on that, by the way, with that new radar scan. But yeah, Apache, the last high risk day was March 31st, 2023. We had a double high risk. And that was over a year ago. We have not had one since. And we have not had one at all yet this year. So again, this is going to be the most intense tornado outbreak of the year. Wow. So this storm, again, even though there's not a confirmed tornado with this yet, half a degree into the atmosphere, we're talking about wind gusts from 85 to 90 miles per hour northwest of the Great Bend Metro. So again, you should be in your tornado safe spot there. Very intense winds. Again, the surface winds will not be that intense, but they could be up to 70 miles per hour potentially, which is enough to, more than enough to down trees and power lines, do structural damage to weaker structures. If you're in a mobile home, evacuate. It is not built to withstand 70 mile per hour winds or Gulf bowl-sized hail. And if you put those threats together, you don't have a good equation when you're in a mobile home there. I'm surprised Ohio was only moderate. Yeah, I know what day you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about March 31st? Or are you talking about a day this year? Ohio's had some big outbreaks, but nothing that deserved a high risk, I don't think. Let's see. March 31st. You hope Reed gets a good intercept this chase. I hope all of our storm chasers do. They've had amazing captures recently. That would be the one cool thing about these tornadoes. Everything else is devastating about them, but that would be a cool thing. Again, though, that's not good enough at all. One piece of footage does not make up for the loss of human lives. Not even close. So, again, my job here today, everybody, is to keep everybody safe in the path of severe weather. The Ohio moderate one in March 2024, I don't think that deserved a high risk. I mean, it's a pretty intense event, but I think this is going to be far past that outbreak. New severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued. That's going to be for Perkins and Ziback counties in South Dakota. That is for our storm that I said if any of these threats get upgraded, it'll go severe warning. There we go. Again, very weird polygons with this. So if you are east in between Faith and Derpy, make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows. But you know, content. Also, if you're talking about the oh wait, no, I know what Ohio Day you're talking about. Yeah, I think that should have been kept at a moderate. Maybe even only an enhanced. I don't know. I feel like that event kind of underperformed. That may just be me, though. Another new severe thunderstorm warning. We're up to 19 again now. Don't know where that's at because it's not popping up at the bottom of the list like it's supposed to. A huge storm where? All these are huge storms. Again, there's your pocket of rotation off to the northwest of Radium now, northeast of Ray. Again, this is in south central Kansas. Kind of just in central Kansas at this point, really. And you guys, this is just insane stuff. Again, we're already getting dozens of severe warnings, tornado warnings. This is just crazy, guys. I know I don't have a thumbnail up for this stream. I don't think that a picture of a tornado with the words tornado outbreak over it does it justice like a lot of my thumbnails do. So I'm just going to let the live speak for itself, and live frames will randomly become the thumbnail of the stream. I don't know if that's a great idea or not, but it's what I'm sticking with today. So, yeah. What a nightmare for sure. For sure. I think what I am going to do here, you guys, is because we only have one tornado warning and that storm's not really rotating that much anymore, I'm going to end off the live stream here. Do not get me mixed up. This will not be the last stream of the day. There's absolutely a 0% chance, quite literally, that this is the last stream of the day. But I can't be live the entire time, right? I have stuff to do, so I want to make sure that I am live for the most intense parts at the very least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end off the live stream here. I'm going to come back, and we are going to be live again later whenever the big time tornado outbreak starts up. So again, thank you all for watching this live stream. Again, things are going to get much worse than this, and they're already really bad. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.